Well, for this kind of event, which is a user group event, is essentially the compelling customer story. So eventually having lots of people on the stage telling what they're doing with Connexions, how they're actually transforming the way the organizations work. And we have seen the cases with Arabco from Switzerland, we have seen the cases with Evonik, with Frank Nessler as well. We have seen Bosch telling their story of how they're actually managing the environments and how they're working with them. We have seen as well some of the major customers coming from a number of other different European countries, where they essentially share with everyone the good practices, how they're actually evolving in their journey to transform the way organizations work. And so far it's been a fantastic opportunity to hear what they're actually doing from the last time when we were in Philadelphia. What can I say? Look at the venue. Look at this is my background. When I'm live tweeting today, this is going to be my background, right? So it's an amazing venue, and one of the things is that it's got everything. It's got an opportunity to be on the different sessions, it's got an opportunity to hang out and talk to other people in a more intimate setup. You have got the river, and you have got great food and lots of really nice opportunities to converse with people and learn with people, not just attending their sessions, but also in the corridors doing one of my favorite activities, which is obviously networking. Europe. You know, in Philadelphia it was all about hearing customer stories from the US and what they were doing, and over here it's essentially European customers telling their side of the story and how you can actually compare between the both geographies. So it's been interesting to see how, I would say that in Europe it's been interesting to learn how matured their various different initiatives are, in terms of how, you know, you see here and you hear from customers who have been using Connexions for 5, 6, 7, 8 years already, and that's incredible to see how things have evolved from the very beginning. And what's different from Social Connexions in Philadelphia is that here it gets out from Europe and what European businesses are doing. Or yeah, more customer stories. I'll tell you what, the interesting thing about this user group events, and it's always been highlighted as one of the major themes, is that this is essentially about the end users telling their story, right? So the great thing about tomorrow is that we will have more customers on a stage telling their story, where they are, how they have evolved, and how they're actually playing with the products. And the good thing about it is that we're going to have a nice blend into what's new, what's coming with Connexions and everything else, but also what already existing customers are doing with it, right? So day one has got 3, 4, 5 different customers telling their story, and tomorrow we're going to hear just as many in terms of what they're saying. So I'm really looking forward to see how those various different stories compare to one another, and what we can learn as practitioners from each of those customer stories. So I'm really looking forward to it.